Hey everyone. Alright, after a rather lackluster and boring week 4, when Judd was actually head of household, the one good thing about Judd being in power is he did nominate Aaryn and Caitlin for eviction. The problem was that the House thought that Caitlin was the bigger threat. Now, how many competitions has Caitlin won? Exactly. Now, how many competitions has Aaryn won? This was her second HOH. This was the stupidest move that this house has ever made. They all know she's a racist. They all have been talking about it. Yet they keep her. Why? I'm thinking that they're keeping her because they are all thinking if they are in the end with her beside them in that final 2 chair, they're surely going to win. These people next door are being really, really loud. Now, it was not a surprise at all to me that Aaryn ends up putting up Howard on the block, the African-American man. Of course. But it did kind of surprise me that she put Spencer up on the block. And then when America's vote, the MVP vote, came in, it was revealed that Amanda was going on the block, which actually I was kind of happy about, even though I like Amanda, for the most part. I've been finding out that Amanda is actually also very liberal with the racist and homophobic quotes. Now, she thinks because she's a fag hag that she can use terminology like calling Andy Faggoty Ann, and that's okay. And that's not okay. But she thinks she can do it, and she also does this weird thing where she's talking about race and racism, and she does it as a kind of a joke. She made up this stereotype song that she was laughing about, talking about Asians can't drive and all this crap. That was a couple weeks back on the live feeds. Amanda would be great to go home. I really wish she would go home. But Aaryn ended up, after Spencer won the power of veto, Aaryn decided that she was going to put Candace up, the African-American female, and the one who she's had quite a few racial run-ins with. Now, if you are white and you are racist, to defend your behavior, you tend to say that people are overly sensitive, or that African Americans, or Hispanic Americans, or, Jewish Americans are overly sensitive to the race issue and constantly use the race card in everything. I've got to say, Candace and Howard have not used the race card. They rarely bring it up with the other house guests. When they do, they are explaining how it makes them feel. But when it's actually happening and they are being confronted with it, they act professional about it and they don't bring it up. So they are not playing the race card. Oops, losing my... There we go. Much better. But everyone seemed to be very happy that Clowny got to go back into the head of household room. CBS really went all out with the clown suggestions. And last night on the live feeds, they were doing a nail party in the HOH room. And Andy and Alyssa were making fun of Clowny. They had set up a whole little crime scene that Clowny had in the HOH room. So, Clowny is back. And I want to remind everyone that I am the original Aaryn's Clown on Twitter, so follow me below. I did love when Amanda was doing her diary room sessions and Clowny would come in from, the upper part of the screen while she's talking, and that was pretty funny. But it's just funny that they have Amanda being the one that's doing it all the time. The diary room sessions of Amanda are epic. They will go down in Big Brother history as being probably the best ones in history of Big Brother. And My favorite DR session that she ever did was when she was the flight attendant. When they first found out that the have-not room was set up to be like an airplane, it was hilarious. She really does have a knack for being quite funny. But I really do like her DR sessions. They are definitely epic. What was I talking about? I don't even know. I'm the absent-minded clown. But the person that is really beginning to annoy me in the house is Helen. My preseason favorite to win the whole entire thing. I'm really getting kind of disappointed in her because it seems like every time you turn around, the woman is just completely bad-mouthing someone, and lately it's been Alyssa, who was her ally from the very beginning, and I don't think that is appropriate. I don't think that is appropriate for her to be saying things about Alyssa and throwing her under the bus left and right. And she keeps saying these strange things like, "I love you to death." Which really kind of sounds like she's saying, just shut the fuck up and get out of my face. But back to the actual nominations before I close out this video. This is going to be one of my shortest videos ever, and probably the strangest video because it's the first video I've ever done in clown makeup, and hopefully it will be my last. But anyway, Aaryn has now nominated Candace and Howard on the block, alongside Amanda. The conventional wisdom is that Amanda is safe and that either Candace or Howard is going to go home. Howard seems to be the target because the girls want to get the guys out. But Candace is freaking out and thinking that she is the target, so she's really, really, really getting bent out of shape about it. She's crying, she's really emotional. It's horrific. Aaryn said that one of the main reasons why she wanted to nominate Candace was because every single thing about Aaron's life that is going wrong right now, inside and outside the house, she doesn't know about the fact that she has lost her job, but she does know, based on some hints that have been said in the DR, that more than likely the viewers are seeing a negative side to Aaryn. So she's going to blame her portrayal on CBS as being a racist on Candace, because she says Candace keeps bringing it up. Candace rarely brings it up. Candace will confront you on it, subtly. Like the whole axed and axe thing. I mean, it's really, really stupid. But Aaryn is the one that initiated the aggression with Candace. She keeps calling her ghetto, keeps calling those. They taste horrible. She is the one that is the aggressor. She's the only one that is to blame for how the rest of the country portrays her. And I honestly think that it might be time for a very unusual precedent to take place in the Big Brother house. It's good that we're all talking about race, and ratings have now gone up since they finally decided to address this issue. And people that have never been interested in Big Brother before are tuning in. I think it's time for Allison Grodner to enter the house, perhaps along with Julie Chen, since she was hurt by the racist comments, and have a house meeting. Like a little town hall meeting to talk about race and perception. I think Aaryn really needs to see what she has said that is going to hurt her outside the house. I think she needs to know this. And if she's not at her core a racist, she can work on modifying her behavior so that other people don't perceive her the wrong way. I mean, this might end up saving her life if they were able to do this. Not being overdramatic here, but I really think that Aaron's life is pretty much ruined when she gets out of the house, and she's either going to end up on suicide watch, or she's going to be attacked by someone. I really think that the producers need to take that into account for her protection, because she may be a horrible person, she may be a dark, cruel, awful human being, but she is a human being. And her safety is important, just as it would be for anyone in that house. And I think they need to consider that, and take that into account, and possibly address it in a house meeting. Just to maybe get her to curb her behavior.